And yes, I'm going to start your reading right now for Scorpio. So, the first card you have your past is the Star. I love this card. It's so beautiful. There's always so much hope in this card. I am getting quite low energy from this, and I don't often get this from this card. It's quite deep. It's quite low. It's not very energetic. It looks quite heavy to me at this time. So I don't know why that is. Yeah, I just got a phrase that just popped into my head, and yeah, I normally ignore things like that, but I'm going to tell you what it is. The words cold comfort just came into my head. So yeah, I think you did have a lot of hope at this time for a lot of different areas of your life. I think you changed a lot, especially in the last few months. I think you might have changed your appearance as well, because this woman's obviously very beautiful. So a lot of things were improving, and I think you were really making these improvements. You were working very hard to get those done. This was all coming from you. But yeah, cold comfort. It was all a cold comfort, because I think you were missing someone. That's what I'm seeing. You were missing someone. And the feeling I'm getting here is, oh, I should be happy. So many things have changed. I'm really busy. But I'm still really empty. That's what I'm seeing. So you were trying to do things, you were improving in life, everything was kind of on track, apart from this one person you're missing, sadly. And I've been through that as well. I know what that's like. I don't even think you wanted them back, actually. I think your heart probably wanted to talk to them. I think you missed having these kind of daily text conversations. You might have reached for your phone a few times and then thought, oh no, I can't talk to them. That kind of thing. I don't think you could talk to them even right now with the way things are right now. I think there's some kind of circumstances around them that make you just realize, or make you just think, no, I can't talk to them right now. It's wrong. It'd be the wrong thing to do for me. It would show that I was, weak or silly. Something happened where it's like, if you contacted them, it would be the wrong thing for you to do. That's all. I'm not sure why that is. I'm just really feeling that, and that's what you're feeling at this time. So, I think at this time you're just trying to concentrate on everything else. You weren't unhappy, like you weren't, oh, I'm so unhappy. But, you're by yourself like this woman, and that's fine. And you're trying to redirect your emotions into your work and into yourself, just like this woman's kind of pouring the water into, one on the ground and one into the water. So, she's pouring in. So you're pouring your emotions into what you were doing, trying to redirect them into actual things, not in that person, excuse me. And I'm seeing one specific thing. There's one thing you were trying to achieve at this time. I think you might have actually started doing this when you were still with this person. And I think you're probably either close to finishing this thing now, or you will be soon. That's what I'm seeing. And maybe this is what this is. Maybe this thing is the trigger to you thinking about this person all over again. Because I think you really like to kind of say to them, because I think they helped you with this, or they were kind of supportive of this. And I think you're really tempted to kind of call them and say, hey, I'm up to this. Look at where I'm up to. I'm nearly finished. Isn't this fantastic? I know you always supported me, and I just want to show you that I've finished this, or I'm almost finished, and it's going really well. Something like that. And it's really horrible, because you'd love to be able to say things to them. You'd love to be able to say this to them, but you can't. You can't talk to them. It's really, really difficult. So, you do deserve to be proud of yourself. You really, really do. I know this is really hard, but try to, the words that you want to hear from them, just say them to yourself. Say those words to yourself. Give yourself that recognition. Be proud of yourself. You deserve to be proud of yourself. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing in that card. So the next card you have your past is the Six of Swords. Yeah, do you know what I'm seeing here? They're thinking about you as well, or they were at this time. They also feel that they can't talk to you, or that they shouldn't as well. they actually think you'll probably be angry with them, so they're not going to do that. They're not going to contact you. I'm not seeing that. They've definitely moved on, or they're moving on. This is a bit strange. I think they had someone else around them, not a third party. This is someone who wanted to protect them. I'm actually getting a really strong feeling. This is like a fierce protection, really, really strong, really intense protection. I'm feeling a little bit of disapproval here as well. So maybe there was someone around them who didn't approve of you being together. They didn't like you being together. And yeah, someone saw this separation as an opportunity to kind of swoop in and help them and kind of pick them up and take them away, if that makes sense. They weren't the cause of this separation. They didn't cause it, but they definitely weren't unhappy when this happened. They were happy, actually, I think, which is horrible. So, you know, look at this man rowing, steering these two people away. So whoever this was wanted to steer them away. And I think they actually were happy to keep them away as well. And I think they're still around them. That's what I'm seeing. Horrible. Yeah, so the last card you have your past is the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I think you probably knew who this was. I think you know who this is, this person who's kind of swooping them away, swooping in and taking them away, I should say. There were a few, I think you were very uncomfortable around this person when you had to be, you know, when you were in a relationship and this other person was around, it was very difficult, very uncomfortable. There might have been some kind of shady remarks coming from them to you. Very awkward feeling I'm getting. But yeah, anyway, you're really, at this time, you're really forcing yourself to focus on concrete things, logical things, money as well, achieving things, getting this thing finished that I was seeing in the Star card. You're really making an effort not to dwell on all of this. So whatever this thing is in the Star card, this main achievement I'm seeing, it's definitely growing. It's going to keep on growing as well. I think when you're up to this point where you feel like, oh, I've finished, no, there's more growth that comes from that after that as well. That's what I'm seeing. Because this is a really organic card. There's growth everywhere. And you are going to get the result you want. And I think maybe part of the reason why you started this was to give yourself some kind of protection, financial protection. And you wanted to manifest that, and you are manifesting it. Because there's an archway of roses, very, very beautiful, over this queen. And, you know, arches can represent protection. So, you know, when it's raining and you stand under an arch or under a bridge so that you don't get wet, you're protecting yourself. And red roses can symbolize manifestation. So it's like manifesting your protection financially, because this is Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you how I saw that. But yeah, you're going to get this result you want. You're going to get this money thing, this financial thing. You're going to be protected financially eventually, and it's going to grow from that as well. I don't know how, but other things are going to grow from that that are going to help you become more financially stable after that as well. So that's fantastic, really good. And again, be proud of yourself. I feel as if I need to keep on saying that to you. Something's in my head saying, feel proud of yourself. So I have to keep on telling you, be proud of yourself. Give yourself those words I can't think of the word. Give yourself the words of I can't think of the word. That's helpful, isn't it? No, be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself. You really deserve to be proud of yourself. That's what I'll say. So yeah, the first card you have your present is the Hanged Man. Okay, so I think this might be a reminder, because this Hanged Man, obviously he's holding back, he's not doing anything, he's just sitting back and waiting. So this is a reminder that you're probably not quite ready for any new relationships yet. This is if you're single, obviously, because you're still getting this slightly empty feeling inside yourself. It's not nice, but it's still there. And so, yeah, you're not sitting around, you're not sitting around upset. You're not crying over this person or anything like that. It just feels as if someone's taken a puzzle piece out of your body and thrown it away somewhere, and you haven't been able to fill up that piece. and you were trying to fill that piece up with all these achievements and other things, and it hasn't quite done that. That's absolutely normal. That's fine. It's just going to take time, I think. If this is taking longer than you think it should be to get over this, just remember that, there are no shoulds when it comes to how long this is going to take to get over someone. People like to say things like, if you've been together for this amount of time, this many years, this many months or whatever, that means it's going to take this long to get over them. That's not true. That is not true. We are not machines. We're not products on a conveyor belt going through and we're all the same and someone kind of checks you off. We're not like that. We're human. We are human. Each person on this earth is an individual. Each relationship is made up of two individuals. No two people are the same. No two relationships are the same. So no two breakups are the same. And, there are just no shoulds and shouldn't when it comes to this. So just take care of yourself, be kind to yourself, let this take its course. Don't be frustrated. Don't say, I want this to happen quicker. I'm really angry. I'm annoyed at myself. Don't feel like that either. If you had a broken leg, you wouldn't be angry with your leg for not healing quickly, would you? You would just say, it just has to take as long as it takes. That's how you have to think of your heart. So just be kind to your heart, let it do what it needs to do, let it go through its process, and just be kind to yourself. Just let it happen. If you have one of these moments where you're upset, where you cry, where you're angry, where you just feel all the feelings, let it happen. Just say to yourself, this is part of the process. When this bit's over, I won't have to go through that again. It'll be over. So just think that to yourself. That might help you. So the next card you have your present is the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm just looking at the Hanged Man again, and I'm looking at these these two cards together actually. So, sometimes the Hanged Man can be about a crush, admiring someone from afar, but not having the courage to come forward yet. And, he has his hands behind his back as well. So it looks as if he might have a bunch of flowers behind there or something like that. I wish someone had one for me, but they don't. And this card can be about the same thing. The pages are students, teenagers, and they have crushes on people. And also look at the way he's looking at this coin. So I think someone does have a bit of a crush on you, actually. Maybe this is someone in your workplace, because this is Pentacles, or, around your work or something. I think this is someone who's usually a little bit quiet anyway. So I think it's probably someone who naturally holds back a bit, but I think they will talk to you soon, actually. They might not come right out boldly and say something like that. It's going to be quite subtle, but it'll be obvious to you. You'll know that they're, that they're interested in you. I think they're probably thinking about this right now, actually. They're probably really planning this, thinking about what they're going to say. They're a very careful, very meticulous kind of a person. And they're probably the same with their work. They're very detail oriented. They're a quiet person. They look at all the detail. So, that might give you a clue as to who this is. I don't know. But again, I really don't think you're ready for love right now. I really, really don't. So, there's that as well, what I was seeing in the Hanged Man. So the last card you have your presence, the Eight of Cups. Okay, I'm seeing something quite interesting here. I know you're moving on, or you're trying to move on, and I know I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm seeing this, so I'm going to say this. This is about this ex, and I think they're also trying to make big efforts to improve certain things in their life as well. There's one big thing that I think you always wanted them to change, and they either wouldn't change this or they felt as if they couldn't change this. And I think you really wanted them to change. I think you asked them, and I think for a long time you waited for them to change this. You waited and you waited. They didn't change this. This is obviously an 8 card, number 8, which is infinity. So not affinity, infinity. So yeah, you waited and you waited and you waited for what seemed like an eternity for them to change this. I don't know if they had some kind of addiction problem. It might be that. It doesn't have to be that. But sometimes this can be about that because it's walking away from cups. So walking away from drinking or other things like that. It can mean that sometimes. So yeah, they're finally making an effort to change this, walk away from this thing. And I think this separation's kind of forced them to think about their life and change things. So if this is resonating, I don't know how successful this is going to be in the end, but they're making an effort with this. Too late for you, I know. It probably frustrates you to know this because you're thinking, well, why didn't they do it when I was there? This is just what happened. You know, this was kind of a wake-up call to them, I think, when this separation happened. So yeah, they started to change a lot of things, and that's what they're tackling now. That's what I'm seeing. So the first card you have for your future is the Hierophant. Yeah, I'm seeing conformity in this card, conformity. You know, sometimes this is about organized religion, sometimes it's about teachers, institutions, all of that kind of thing. So yeah, I think this ex is really trying to get themselves back on the right road, back on track, conforming to the right thing, what they're supposed to be doing. I think they did lose themselves for a while after this separation happened, just after. But then they quickly said to themselves, you know, I need to change things. I'm getting back on track again. So that's what they're doing now, turning this thing around again. The other thing I'm seeing here is some kind of learning, education, formal learning, I think. I think this is something you've been thinking about doing for a long time, studying. Maybe there were some barriers that might have been preventing you from starting this thing. I think one of the barriers might be financial, and I also think you had a little bit of a confidence barrier as well around this. I think when it comes to the financial barrier, there's definitely a way around this. I think you've looked into a lot of different ways. I think you've done a lot of research already, if this is resonating with you, to, you know, work out how you're going to fund this. But I think there's a path you haven't gone down yet, and I think it was something that you kind of looked at. It was some kind of formal thing, and you looked at this thing and you thought, oh, that's not for me. That's not for someone like me. I can't do this. They'll never give it to me. No, I won't even try that. That's the thing you need to try again. If that resonates with you, this is the thing you have to try again. It's some really formal path. And you think you're locked out of this path. You are not locked out of this path. If you look at this card, I don't know if you can see it because it's very small. You might not be able to see it on here because it is small. There are a pair of keys and they're crossed in front of this Hierophant. So you are feeling as if you're locked out of something and the keys are crossed and they're saying no to you. So that's not true. That's just your perception. You can absolutely do this. So yeah, try this again. Look into this avenue again if this is resonating. If you do this, I think this is going to open up for you. That's what I'm seeing. So the next card you have for your future is the King of Pentacles. So again, money. Look into this. You'll get this funding. You'll get this. You'll be able to, you'll be able to do this if you get this money. This will help you. I think there might be some kind of formal interview process around this, and maybe that's what was putting you off as well, because you did have a confidence problem around this. So maybe you're thinking, oh, this is really scary and daunting and I can't do that. So there will be that. There is some kind of formal interview process you'll need to go through to get this. It is a slow process as well, I'm seeing, so you'll have to be very patient around this. So you might be a bit nervous as well. You probably will. I think you'll also have a lot of time to think this through properly, because I'm seeing a letter. It has a date on it. So I think what's going to happen is you're going to get this letter, you're going to apply for this, you're going to get a letter that comes in and says your interview is on this date, and there's going to be a lot of time between when you get this letter or whatever this is, email or something, and when you go to this interview. So you're going to have a lot of time to prepare, make sure you've done everything properly, you have all your questions thought out, you know what you're going to say, you've researched the institution, so you kind of know what, when they ask you questions, you know all the answers, all of that kind of thing. You're going to have time to do this. The King of Pentacles is very detail oriented. He's a bit of a perfectionist. He gets what he wants though, so you will get this. So don't give up on this, because I think this course, this study, I think it's also going to open up even more financial opportunities for you. This is the King of Pentacles, remember that. So you can absolutely do this if this is resonating with you. So the last card you have for your future is the Nine of Cups. Okay, so yeah, again, this is the wish card. You have every chance of getting this funding, completing this, passing this, getting to the end of this. I'm seeing that all over this. The other thing is this confidence thing. It might be a little bit of, what they call imposter syndrome, if you know what that is. It's like you think you're an imposter, you're going around doing what you're doing, and it's like this feeling of, they'll find out I'm not really good enough, they'll find out I can't really do this. That's not true. It's just a feeling. There's a lot of nervousness around this. I think you can absolutely do this study. I think you can pass this, you can ace this, you can get this done. And you can get this funding as well. So try not to be nervous. I know it's hard, but yeah, this is so positive. This is so fantastic. So if this is resonating with you and you do want to do this studying, that's what I'm seeing there. So absolutely go for it. Go for that funding. So Scorpio, I really hope this resonated, the end anyway, but as you know, general readings can't always resonate with everyone. But if you like this reading, please like, subscribe, leave a comment if you'd like to. Thank you so much for watching.